Hey, you guys, it's Gucci. It's your boy, SJ Kid out, the first Black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. I am back here with another video. I saw this article today, and people see this is why you just don't let nothing slide in this society, because people will say something, and some people act on some dumb stuff. For example, for example, for example, just because look. It's okay to be homosexual. It's totally fine. But this is the problem with it. Parents shouldn't be doing this with their little kids, especially their sons, and dressing them up like little girls. You can be homosexual, but that doesn't mean you gotta change your whole character and go from a man to a woman. It's this kind of stuff in this society where it's like, what the freak am I looking at? And at best at that, this is a little black kid, a little black boy with a little white mama walking around as if he's a little girl when this is a little boy. What the freak is this? The freak is this going on, bruh? Let's get into this article, because this article pissed me off, because this is based off of fan fiction and people actually might be running with this. And I'm like this. Look at the title of this article and tell me if this character is this. A gay Captain Marvel could be the MCU's biggest statement on diversity. Kevin Feige, if you do this, freak you and freak the MCU and freak Disney, because you're going to do the same stuff that Star Wars is doing. They did the same stuff in Incredibles 2. They did the same stuff in Wreck-It Ralph 2. Pandering to, making men look trash to power up women. Changing characters from their original iteration to be something they're not supposed to be. Come on now. Are we serious? Carol Danvers isn't gay. There's nothing wrong with having a gay character. This is the problem. Why make that the thing that makes the character pop? Because I don't gravitate to Cap just because I'm like, Cap's a straight man. I know Cap's a straight man, but I don't be hyping up Cap just because he's a straight man. That isn't the big portion of his character. The portion of his character that matters most is his ideology and his abilities as a hero. His ideology and what he does and stands by when it comes to protecting people, saving the world, going to go stop those nuclear bomb threats and stuff. That kind of stuff. But this here, why does it got to be the big part of the character you got to worry about? And why are you trying to why would people want Carol Danvers to be gay when she never been gay? This is why the LGBTQ community cannot create characters. Because this is what the LGBTQ community like to do. They got characters like Batwoman and stuff. Batwoman's a type character. She lesbian and she tight. Now this is the problem. This is what the LGBTQ community, feminists and especially SJWs like to do. Toxic SJWs. They like to take a character. They like to take a character that's already been established, for example, Superman, and for them to say, for example, support the black community, they will make a black Clark Kent. They'll be like, oh, let's make Superman black. No, he's a white dude. What the freak is going on? Or, for example, just to make Batman type, oh man, for them to gravitate to, let's make Batman gay. But they don't think, let's make a new original character entirely and be creative. Because they don't have the dedicated time that artists like Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and all these other individuals put into their characters to make them pop over the years. Because Stan Lee didn't just write but Stan Lee didn't just make his characters and they become popular overnight. That took years for these characters to get popular. Same thing for the LGBTQ community. Make original characters. Don't make Carol Danvers. Don't ask for Carol Danvers to be gay, because she's not a gay character. She's a straight character. What the freak? She likes meat. Let's read this article. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has made it clear that progressive storytelling and inclusivity will be an even bigger part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the wake of the Infinity Saga. We've seen some of in the Infinity Saga will be the end of the MCU as we know it. This is it, because now they're going to pander to people like that ask for this, a gay Captain Marvel. The next stage of the MCU is going to be pandering to people that ask for a gay Captain Marvel when Carol Danvers isn't gay. Miss me with that shit. We've seen some of this already, of course, from Black Panther's Wakanda Forever being embraced globally, and how audiences have greeted the message of feminism in Captain Marvel. Of course, Brie Larson helmed film has opened the door for the studio to make an even bigger statement by presenting the new face of the MCU as a straight up LGBT character. I will tell you this much: Carol Danvers is not gay. Yes, her character is trash in the comics. Yes, she is. But at the end of the day, that character ain't gay. What? When the MCU comes out, guess who they're going to run with? They're going to run with the gay version of Iceman. When Iceman was not gay from the start. Watch the MCU run with the gay version of Iceman. Watch them run with the gay version of Iceman. Watch them do it. I bet you guys $50 when we see Iceman in the MCU, he's gonna be gay. I bet you. If you think I might be crazy, just know I might just be correct. Who's leading new era of Marvel movies be gay? What the? Huh? Are these people retarded? Cause Carol Danvers isn't gay. Like I say, these are the people who these are the same people that will probably say, let's have a black Bruce Wayne. Let's have a black Batman. They're the same people that will say some dumb shit like that. Let's have a black Batman on screen. No, I want to see that whack shit. It's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with this ugly shit right here. The freak. It's the same with this. It's the same exact thing with this, y'all. I'm not kidding you. When we saw this ugly little thing right here. Come on now, you gotta miss me with this. A black Starfire when she's orange. Are we smoking? Are we? Stop it. You need help. Stop it. You need help. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having a gay character. Make a new one. Because the MCU isn't comic accurate. The MCU can just make a new superhero. Oh, why doesn't the MCU do that? Huh? Why doesn't the MCU just do that? And nobody get into this comment section talking about because the MCU is trying to be comic accurate. Don't tell me that. Because the MCU can be inaccurate. Because it is. So we can have a new original superhero that's homosexual. We can. The MCU can just make a new one. Because they're clearly not following the Infinity Gauntlet comic for the Infinity War movie. Because Thanos' motivation is totally different. They don't have all the accurate characters that's supposed to be in the story. So we can be inaccurate and make a new hero. But no, LGBTQ community, this is what they like to do. Let's take an established character that's not one way and change them. You know what? Let's do this. I bet the LGBTQ community loves this superhero right here. I bet they love this superhero right here. I bet they love this superhero right here. This character is lesbian. So Batwoman, I want this character to be straight. I don't want her to lick the coochie no more. I want her to be straight. I want her to be straight now if we gonna do this. You know, let's just keep it fair and keep it G and keep it 100. If y'all wanna make Carol Danvers gay, let's make Batwoman straight. Since we're going full retard, let's just do it. And like I say, LGBTQ community, would you like it if I turned your LGBTQ community character straight? No, you wouldn't. You'd be pissed. So understand, it's vice versa. Just understand. Feige, you losing my respect, bro. Brie Larson even further lost my respect for endorsing this and wanting to make this happen. This is why I hate Brie Larson. I don't hate, but she's bringing too much of her politics into our movies. So freak out of here with that. Valkyrie is bisexual in the MCU, though we haven't seen it on screen. And there's something deeper to mine here than mere shipping. Why can't the strongest Avenger out there, the one who's leading a new era of Marvel movies, be gay? Because she's not. Fans have already found hidden context in Captain Marvel that has led them to theories about Carol's sexuality. She has no male love interest in the movie and always appeared the hell-bent on bringing the patriarchy down. Whether on Earth or Hala, some even feel there might have been more than just adoration between her and Annette Bening's Marvel, or their best friend Maria Rambeau. Annette Bening's Marvel, shout out to Feige pandering to these communities, especially feminists, for doing whack stuff like this. Because I'm gonna tell you this much. Captain Marvel is a man. And what they did was they took a male character and turned him into a woman. This is my problem of how the MCU will go downhill. And it will. But you know what? Those meat-sucking MCU fanboys are just going to eat it up and accept it and run with it. You know what? This is going to be the doom of our society. For real. If we're going to keep the same energy and keep doing this. Captain Marvel. This is Captain Marvel in the middle. On the left, this was Captain Marvel in the film. Okay, let's go. If we're going full retard right here, Captain Marvel is a man. In the comics, he's a man. Okay. We're keeping it not full retard yet. Now let's go extra full retard. This was the character that was Captain Marvel. This right here was the Supreme Intelligence in the film, but the Supreme Intelligence takes the personality of the person they're talking to, of a person they look up to or are familiar with. This person right here was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, last time I checked, is a man. But if we going for retard, Captain Marvel is a woman in the movie universe. And you wanna know why this is garbage? Because you're changing the character's gender, sexuality, and everything up to fit to pander to other people. This is why the garbage feminist agenda up in Captain Marvel was garbage. I'ma honestly say that. The feminist agenda in Captain Marvel I wasn't vibing with. Because the way they portrayed it was whack. The way they portrayed the men was especially whack. The way they made men seem so corny and unrealistic to the slightest bit in that movie was whack. There was a scene where a man pulled up out of nowhere talking about, you want to know why they call it the cockpit? He said it just like that. You want to know why they call it the cockpit? I'm surprised he didn't grab his nuts and start doing this, bruh. I'm surprised he didn't bust it down for Thyana. I'm surprised he didn't do that. Because I'm over here looking at this. I'm over here like this. Who says that? You want to know what they call it the cockpit? And then there was another scene which made Carol Danvers' character even more garbage in this movie, you guys. She stole a civilian's motorcycle, but she's a superhero. She's a superhero and she stole somebody's motorcycle. She stole a civilian's motorcycle because they said something to her. And them saying something warranted for her to steal his motorcycle. So it was okay. This person said, why don't you smile for me? Why don't you smile for me, baby? Give me a smile. Who the freak says that? There's only a few men that will say something, a stupid line like that. What the freak? Give me a smile, baby. Yeah. I'm like, who says that? It sounds corny. And this is my problem with the feminism in Captain Marvel. The way they portrayed men seems so corny and unrealistic. Yes, men do put down women, but come on, make the dialogue seem more organic. If you want to show men putting down women, you want to say stuff like, hey, baby, you want to know what I call it the cockpit? Huh. Come on. This movie's trash, bro. Especially with the feminist agenda. Out of all the flashbacks they get in this film, out of all the flashbacks Carol Danvers sees, it's only of men hating on her. That is very convenient. How this is a feminist film. And the flashbacks she get are of men hating on her. That's a very convenient moment for them to throw in the feminist agenda. Of all her flashbacks, you guys, her flashbacks could have been of anything. They could have been flashbacks of her at her birthday party. They could have been flashbacks of her in school. They could have been flashbacks of her and her dad doing stuff. They could have been flashbacks of her going to the freaking grocery store. But all the flashbacks were of men hating on her. Are we serious? Are we serious? This is the feminism we're promoting? Wreck men to power up women? Come on now. That's that toxic femininity. And it's the same thing for toxic masculinity. But I want to see men bashing on women. I don't want to see women bashing on men. Why don't we keep it equal? You don't keep it equal. Basically, that's like you're fighting hate with hate. That's basically you. Just because somebody steals from you, you're going to do the same thing back to them. Like, nah, you need to be bigger. And you got to be bigger than that. Do what Wonder Woman did. She doesn't walk around saying, because I'm a woman. Wonder Woman was walking around saying, because I'm a person and I'm going to do this. I'm a person and I'm going to let you know that I'm going to do this. Captain Marvel, wonder what she was doing? Well, if a man can't do it, I, a powerful woman, will also do it. Yeah. Fans have already found hidden context in Captain Marvel that has led them to theories about Carol's sexuality. She has no male love. Oh, we already read that. By the closing credits of Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel may very well have become the most popular hero in the MCU as well as the most powerful, a designation. By the closing credits of Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel may very well have become the most popular hero in the MCU. Huh? So you show up in the conclusion of the MCU and you get rushed into the MCU and you think you're going to become the most popular hero? Is this the MCU fan base? People can just randomly pop up and you about to make the most popular hero and they didn't put in no effort to be here? When Captain Marvel pulled up right between the conclusions. This is why it's also trash that Kevin Feige did this. Why would you drop this random new hero right in between the finales? You should have waited or dropped her after Endgame or dropped her in Phase 2. The freak you doing, Kevin Feige? The freak are you doing? You dropping this character hella late in the MCU, bruh. When we here for Captain America, Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, Thor. Even though Thor, I don't like his character development, but we're here for Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, hell, even Black Panther, because at least Black Panther was established pre the finale. Same thing for Ant-Man. He was established before the finale. But no, you established Captain Marvel right in between the finales. And then you just throw her in here and usher like she's the strongest in the MCU. She's gonna be the most powerful. She's gonna be leading the MCU. Man, freak out of here, bruh. Miss me with that. How you become the most popular and you showed up in 2 films and it doesn't be the finale of the Avengers arc, the finale of the Infinity Saga, the finale of this main 6 Avengers arc in the MCU. This is the finale of the main 6 Avengers, and you gonna tell me you gonna usher this character in and expect me to gravitate to her when I don't like her character period in the comics, so I got a little bias against Carol Danvers. But then you bring her into the movies and you expect her just to be tight. Nah, you supposed to build her, and you should have built her before. If she was gonna be leading the MCU, she should have came out in Phase 2 or Phase 1. But no, they didn't think. They didn't think. We need to establish this character earlier so fans will have time to get used to her. And then when we want her to take over, then fans will have already been used to her, and it's not just seem so fresh. And when we give this character to the fans, they'll be all like, all right, I understand it. I'm cool with her taking over because I had her in Phase 2. I seen her first 2 films in Phase 2, so I'm fine with her being up in bleeding Phase 4. So, let's not go full retard here. Outside of her fictional reality where she'll play a key role in taking out Thanos, her film is nearing a bad movie is about to make $1 billion. Oh my gosh. And that's despite a dogged campaign of comic book fans who ensure the film's failure. The general audience has embraced the hero's progressive style and what she stands for, inspiring girls and women globally. By making her queer, the studio would jump to the forefront of gay rights everywhere by presenting Carol Danvers as a feminist, a strong woman, and a hero with an unbreakable will who just so happens to be an LGBTQ representative would be a remarkable way to help shape the MCU. Bruh, miss me with that. Because Carol Danvers isn't... Oh my gosh. Carol Danvers likes cock. Bruh. I know she's a feminist in the comics. But are you serious? You guys. Captain Marvel is not a good movie. For one, it's the worst MCU movie. It has the weakest action. The worst action. Because they jump cut like crazy when they record the action. There's no wide shots of her in action. Because this how you know she's using a stunt double for show. Yes, all actors have stunt doubles. This is how you know they're definitely using a stunt double. Because the way they film the actions, those close-up shots of her in action, of her punching and stuff, and then when they pan out and try to they show us the back of her hair and stuff, and that's how you know that's a stunt double. And you're like, what the freak am I watching? Those shaky cams, close up shots. This was the worst action in the MCU period, bro. And when it came to the jokes, this is the weakest MCU film with the jokes. Cause I'll be honest, when I was sitting up in my theater, I'm be honest with you guys, nobody laughed in my movie, in the movie theater I was in, for at least 95% of the film. No, let's go extra. 98% of the film, nobody wasn't laughing. Nobody clapped at the Stan Lee tribute like that. I clapped, but nobody else clapped at the Stan Lee tribute like that. Because people talking about, this character gonna be tight, and then they get up in the theater. I'm over here looking around. Why is nobody laughing? I was seriously looking around, wondering, why is nobody laughing? This is an MCU movie. Everybody laughs when they watch these movies. Why is nobody laughing? Because there's something wrong with this movie. Because it's not funny. It's not, even if they're trying to be funny, it's not funny. Carol Danvers' acting in this film. Brie Larson's acting. She was trying so hard to be like Robert Downey Jr. and she failed at it. She's trying to be snarky. She's trying to be sarcastic. She's trying to be cocky. But she wasn't that. Because every time she talked, she sounded sarcastic every time she talked. She sounded so sarcastic every time she talked. And I don't know what the freak am I watching. Is this acting? This is acting. You sounding sarcastic all the time. That's you being annoying. You sounding sarcastic all the time. Well, oh no. Well, that was her expression all the time. Sounding sarcastic. I'm like, what am I looking at? Is this acting? Is this Oscar-worthy acting? People hyping her up off that Oscar. Miss me, bruh. Missy with that. Just because she got an Oscar stuff. Guess what actor didn't have an Oscar for years and was established as being one of the best actors back in the day, still to this day, and they didn't have an Oscar? Leonardo freaking DiCaprio, bruh. Leonardo DiCaprio. He didn't need no Oscar to establish his skill. He didn't need no Oscar. He was already tight without an Oscar. But just because she get an Oscar, she's tight. Man, miss me with that, bruh. Got me messed up. Oh. This how dumb the film gets too. You guys, I kid you not. There's a scene in this movie where I'll show you guys. Where Carol Danvers, the character, is about to blow up something in this film. Now we got this comb and we got this right here. This is the shit. No, this is the shit with the engine, the generator that Brie Larson's character was going to shoot. Because she didn't want the Kree or the Skrull or whatever she saw, which was Yonrog, to shoot the shit. Well, no, to get to the ship. Because when Marvel died, Marvel was trying to blow up the ship. Now, Brie Larson's character was like, oh, she tried to blow it up, so I'm going to blow it up for her. I kid you not. This character stood this close to the freaking engine that she needed to blow up with a gun. She stood this close to the engine. And she went, ooh, I'm going to shoot it. Standing this close to the engine. She seriously walked up to the engine and was going to blow up this ship, and she stood this close to it, and she shot at it, and then she was this close to an explosion. And this was the dumb part about it. If you're going to blow up something, why are you going to stand this close to the potential thing that's going to explode? Why don't you step back some and then do it? Like, what the freak are you doing? Who does that? Look, would I guess she was suicidal or something? She was depressed and she was ready to kill herself? Because, for one, you ain't going to blow up something and stand this close. She was standing literally this close, guys. I'm not joking with you. She was standing this close to the engine and sat there and went... And for some odd reason, the plane blew up. No shrapnel or nothing hit her in the face. She somehow took the blast. Her body was perfectly fine. She got a nosebleed. Something blew up in her face and she got a nosebleed. Are you kidding me? Look, I know it's a super movie, but that's actually retarded. She's gonna stand this far in front of a blast. It blows up in her face. It blew up in her face. And no shrapnel hit her in the face. Nothing. She just absorbed power somehow. So if an Infinity Stone blows up in front of you, you get superpowers. But how did no shrapnel hit her in the face or nothing? No metal or nothing from the ship hit her in the face. It just blew up and her body's perfectly fine. She got a nosebleed, guys. She got a freaking nosebleed. Are you kidding me? And this is a good movie with good writing. That writing was terrible. The writing was god-awful, terrible. And then, You have a scene in this movie. Let me show you guys. Where Carol Danvers, this is Carol Danvers' character. Y'all seen her at the end of the movie, the whole CGI at the end, blowing up the missiles and stuff. That whole CGI third act, that was all CGI. So basically, this is Carol Danvers' character. She gets knocked out of the sky and she's falling. Pew! She's falling out the sky, right? Now, for some odd reason, Carol Danvers, for some reason, thinks maybe I can fly. I don't know what gave her this assumption. Nobody hinting told her that you could potentially fly. What she did, and this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. She was falling. She closed her eyes and believed that she can fly. She pulled an R. Kelly and said, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. She pulled an R. Kelly and said, I believe I can fly. And she flew. At least in Man of Steel, Superman's dad told him, hey son, you can fly. His dad gave him a rundown of his powers and he went and practiced it. Superman didn't just close his eyes and fly. He went out there with the notion that he can fly and went off of that. He wasn't just closing his eyes and flying. He was going off of some information that was given to him, and then he acted on the information, and boom, Carol Danvers acted on some information that she didn't think would work, and some information she didn't know existed, and boom, she flies. Are we serious? There's more issues with the film. Go check out my spoiler review, but yeah. Not only would this revelation fit Carol Danvers' character, it would be a remarkably relatable and inspiring moment for teens and adults worldwide who feel underrepresented as the other. Disney appears to no longer be afraid of facing backlash from a small yet vocal contingent of people, as evidenced by James Gunn being rehired to bring Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 into theaters. The fact is, Disney just can't afford to take risks. It can't afford not to. The MCU's brand is more than strong enough to make this move. The first step has already been taken by looking at a gay lead for the Eternals, but revealing Captain Marvel as queer would make an even bigger impact. It would illustrate that the studio is truly genuine and unapologetic about collaborating equality for all, giving them and us the biggest real-life superhero move we could ask. Okay. Last time I checked, Carol Danvers is not gay. Make a new character. But this is the same community that does not support their characters. Last time I checked, they like to take popular characters and change them. It's just like that dude that wrote that tried to write a draft for a black Bruce Wayne. Freak out of here with that draft of your black Bruce Wayne. Nobody want to see that whack shit. There's already a black Batman Batwing, and that's not even tight at that. You gave me a black version of Batman. Great way for you to throw the black community a bone. Why don't you give me a new black hero with original powers and a new name? Same thing for Miles Morales, bruh. Oh, great way for you to throw the black community a bone. You give us a black version of Spider-Man. Why don't you make us a new character? Keep the name Miles Morales. Give him a new powers. That's not even Spider related. And then give him a different name too. But no, we're going to give you a black version of Spider-Man. You guys, we have an Asian Hulk. We have an Asian Hulk, bruh. Are we serious, bro? We got an Asian Hulk. We have an Asian Hulk. He is Asian like a mofo. Bruh. This is the Asian Hulk in the MCU. Well, not in the MCU, but in the Earth 616 of the comics. This character stole Bruce Banner's. He took the Hulk's powers from Bruce Banner, and now he's the Hulk. And he's Asian too. Yay. Shouts out to diversity. Great way to throw communities a bone. When you give them an already established character that's already popular, and you change and you make them Asian. Great way to throw us a bone. Great way to throw communities a bone. This is why creativity is dead. Creativity is lackluster, and creativity is minimal now. Because creativity, this is what creativity now is in Hollywood. Reboot and adapt. That's all creativity is now. It's no more let's create new. It's all about rebooting and adapting. I kid you not, in this past decade, we have had more reboots and adaptations than actually new content. Oh my gosh. So, you guys, look, this is a bad movie that's about to make $1 billion. I would love to argue with somebody about Captain Marvel in the film because the plot is very. Ugh. Because let's not forget, this is the same movie where 3 humans schooled aliens in physics. Aliens who have perfected space travel before humans. Aliens got schooled in physics and space travel by 3 humans. What am I watching? What the freak am I watching? And you wanna know what Talos the Scroll said to the other scroll? With our technology and our technology, we wasn't able to figure this out. And you wanna know what one of the scrolls said? I'm sorry. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? You're telling me aliens who perfected space travel before humans got schooled in physics by 3 humans. You guys, this movie deserves the $1 billion that it gets because this just lets you know anything can make money now. Lil Pump makes money. Blueface makes money. Playboy Cardi makes money. But these guys have trash quality content. And I'm over here like, wait a minute. This means a lot. Because Venom, another bad movie with a bad script, was borderline on the route of making $1 billion. It made 800 something million. And I'm over here like, this trash movie with a really bad script is about to make $1 billion. You wanna know what I would have done if Venom made $1 billion? I wouldn't care no more because these movies cater to the mass majority that don't give a shit about the characters. They cater to the mass majority that just watch anything. They cater to the mass majority that are just random ass people that are okay with taking established characters that people love and changing them up. These are what these films are for, and these are what these companies cater to. They care about the majority, and that's usually the case. But these companies care about the majority. Same for Warner Brothers. Same thing for the MCU. They care about the majority. They don't care about you comic book fans. Because let's be real, you can't tell me the MCU is comic accurate. And you don't sit up here and tell me the MCU is based off of Earth 616, you freaking idiot. So it's technically a different Earth because in Marvel comics there's different multiverses, you idiot. The MCU is clearly Earth 9, 1, 0, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 15, 10, freaking 0, 1. So shut up, dude. It's a different Earth, so they can do whatever they want. Okay. Cool. Still, freak you. I don't care. I want my character to be as accurate to the comic as possible. But freak you. So keep running with that excuse to downplay the fact of them not having to be comic accurate. Do that. Because this is the first time we get a character like Drax the Destroyer on screen. And this dude's weak as hell. He's not even green. For the most part, he's like a pasty gray. But hey, MCU fans, you wanna know what they'll say? This is a different Earth, so like they can do these changes. It doesn't have to be Earth 616. And if you know anything about multiverses, you freaking idiot, you would know that they can do this kind of stuff. So like, shut up, dude. You wanna know what I would say? I don't care. You care. I don't care. In my head, be as close as accurate to the comic as possible. Because we look at the MCU. Guess who made Ultron in the MCU? Tony Stark. But who made Ultron in the comics? Hank Pym. You have Hank Pym in the same universe. And he didn't build Ultron. Shouts out to the MCU. But I'm just keeping that same energy. I'm just letting y'all know this stuff is going down the drain. The content, the quality of things, man, is going down the drain. But hey, this is what the MCU will be appealing to now. Kevin Feige is totally down with this, from what I see. Kevin Feige, Brie Larson, and Valkyrie. Tessa Thompson's character, never liked her character anyways. The freak got this drunk wannabe hero out here. Freak her. Brie Larson is endorsing this. She's okay with it. So yeah, the MCU after Endgame is going to pander to people like it does for Star Wars. Well, shouts out to Disney for pandering to people, changing up people's characters. Even if Carol Danvers is a trash character in the comics, which she is, her comics got rebooted multiple times. So, because this is, everybody can agree, after 2012, Carol Danvers became a whack character. After 2012 in the comics, she became a whack character. A lot of people agree that at 2012, Carol Danvers' character took a pitfall after 2012. And her character did get rebooted multiple times to, appease fans. And if your character's getting rebooted multiple times, this is not a good thing. But hey, you guys, that's just life. We gotta deal with it. Shouts out to all these communities, and like I say, LGBTQ community, you guys should be asking Kevin Feige to make you a new original hero in the MCU. Do not ask them to take an established character and change them up. Because that's not my check. Carol Danvers was never gay at the start of when she was created, back in, the 80s and stuff? No, 60s, 80s. 60s, 70s, 80s. Well, when she was created. She definitely wasn't lesbian. She was definitely a straight woman. She had a relationship with Marvel. So, yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and end this video there. It's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. You guys run with this information as so. This is all speculation. This is what could potentially happen. I'm strongly in the belief that this will happen because Brie Larson's down with it, with her trash movie, and it's about to make $1 billion. Good movies don't make $1 billion anymore. Look, I have my issues with Infinity War, but Infinity War was a better movie than Captain Marvel. Let's be honest. Infinity War was a better movie than Captain Marvel. But we're gonna go into the video. There's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan to ever arrive in the sun. So have peace, love, and positivity, and don't do drugs. Guys, please do not do drugs in this society. But if you can, if you do drugs, limit how much you do. But I'm not your daddy. All I can say is don't do drugs. But you may not listen to me. But you guys should have peace, love, and positivity. And doses.